Hi everybody. So we're going to go through all of our bow exercises together. Not all, technically, we're only going to go through spider, which is exercise number 15. So I'm going to talk you through how to do these exercises, and even if you've never done some of these before, you can try them today. So we're starting with thumb waves. This is a very early exercise you might not have done in a long time. You're just going to start with putting your hand out like you're making a shadow puppet. You're going to make sure that your fingers stay perfectly still and that your thumb comes up to meet them without anything else moving. Let's do 10 together. 4, 5, watch your hand, make sure your fingers are not moving or squeezing. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, that's thumb waves. You can shake it out if you want to. Next, we're going to do bear tree. I'm going to use my outside thumb bow hold for now because usually when I'm teaching these beginner bow exercises, I have my outside thumb. So check that you have your outside thumb for this one. I'm also going to pretend there's a hand down here so I can show you how to use the panda. So plant your tree. Keep the ground perfectly flat. You can have a sibling or a parent make sure your ground is flat. So I'm going to have my imaginary hand down there. And then have a parent or sibling move a little toy up the bow for you, wiggling it and pushing against the bow to make sure that you're keeping a really strong, straight bow. You can get a little snack at the top if you want. Oh, good job. The next one is called pinky taps. We're going to turn our bow sideways and hold the tip. I still have my outside thumb. Then we're just going to simply tap the pinky up and down. Make sure that your pinky's tapping right at the tip, like he's a bird coming to perch on top of the stick of your bow. So make sure he's not doing like this. Let's do 10 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The strength of my pinky tap is coming from this base muscle of my pinky, like I'm stomping my foot from my hip, not from my ankle or my knee. Good job. The next bow exercise is called bow swings. I'm still keeping my outside thumb, and I'm going to do these as fast as I can without losing my bow hold. So if you want to pause and check your bow hold in the middle, you can. I'm starting from extending my arm all the way and then letting it relax a little bit. So I have a little bit of a curve in my elbow and my arm is just hanging from the shoulder. I'm going to aim for my violin shoulder and back. And again, I'm going to do it as fast as I can without losing my bow hold. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Freeze and check your bow hold. Make sure you didn't lose it. Keep going. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice job. Now, if you're not already standing, go ahead and stand up. I'm not going to stand up because I want to stay in the camera, but I'm going to pretend that I'm bending my knees. Please do bend your knees when you're doing your circles. So I'm going to put my bow on my imaginary violin. It's invisible right now. And I'm going to do 10 bow circles with bending my knees at the bottom of each circle. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For extra practice, up bow circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. My circles are about the size of a volleyball. Yours could be smaller or bigger. You can try experimenting with different sizes of circles as well. Great. Now I'm going to move to my inside thumb for the rest of the exercises. If you haven't tried this yet, you can do all of them with your outside thumb, but if you want to try them with your inside thumb, go for it. The next one's called TicTocs. I'm going to start with E to A TicTocs. So E is a perfectly vertical bow, and A is going to be a little bit of an angle. So I'm just going to do some TicTocs back and forth from E to A. So as you can see, the only thing that's moving in my bow hold is my fingers. My wrist is not moving, my elbow's not moving, my shoulder's not moving. Good. Now I'm going to do some A to D TicTocs. So I'm going to start from the A position. And then I'm going to go down a little bit more to the D string angle. So I'm imagining where my bow would be in the air if it were sitting on that string on my violin. All right, now I'm going to start at the D string angle and go all the way to G. Now it's okay for your bow hold to collapse to the right a little bit. That might happen when you're doing your D to G TicTocs. You want to try to keep that same strength and flexibility in your bow hold. Great, and if you want to further challenge yourself, you can go all the way from E to G. And it's okay if your bow hold looks a little wacky. It's building strength. The next bow exercise is bouncing ball. Turn your bow sideways. I'm going to hold the tip today because I have a little bit of soreness in my wrist from doing too much yard work. So I'm going to hold the tip. You do not have to do that, but you can. And then we're just going to go up and down from our wrists for bouncing ball. So again, I'm not doing this with my arms. I'm doing it just with my wrists. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The next exercise is thumb squeezes. You want these thumb squeezes to be fairly soft. You don't want to be completely squeezing your hand. You just want to have a little bit of strength squeezing into the bow from your thumb. We're going to do 10 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your bow sideways, hold the tip. The next bow exercise is called thumb lifts. This is like thumb waves. We have a bow on us, on our thumb now. So we're going to bring our fingers up into the air, and our thumb is going to bring the bow up and down towards our fingers. So if your fingers are in the right spot, they're not really moving, you should be able to keep your bow hold as you're doing this. 8, 9, 10. If you have trouble doing this without your fingers doing the motion for your thumb, have your parent or a sibling hold your fingers. All right, the next one's elevators. If you have a parent or sibling that can give you some platforms, this is a fun game to make sure that the tip and the frog land at the same time. Tip and frog. I'll do 10. I don't have a friend here to do my platforms for me, but you can see how straight my bow stays. Here we go. 1, pretty good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The next bow exercise is fishing. So I'm going to grab my violin. If you have your violin handy, you can grab it. I'm going to take a down bow from my frog all the way to the tip on my A string. Once I'm there, and remember your tip might be here or at the actual tip. Once I'm there, I'm going to silently put a little bit of fishing bait on my line. Try to keep this perfectly silent. Don't let it do any squeaking like this because it'll scare the fish. Okay, then I'm going to go to my halfway point. I'm going to bend my knees and I'm going to cast my line behind my body. Do a couple of TicTocs to make sure you got your fish and pull it out. You can do more than one fishing if you'd like. Pause the video and go for it. The next exercise is coin toss. I'm not going to do the whole coin toss, but if you want to pause and do the whole coin toss, you totally can. So if you want to do the whole coin toss, set your case directly behind your body, 1.5 of your height behind you. And then set yourself up so that your violin is perfectly parallel with your case behind you. And then do the same exercise, but place a coin here on your hand and see if you can get it to be thrown into your case behind you. All right, for coin toss, we're gonna start at our frog and take a down bow. All the way to the tip, wherever your tip is. We're gonna bend our knees, and then we're going to do a fast, strong bow stroke all the way following through behind our instrument again, but this time we're gonna use our whole bow. Here we go. And just like tennis, you want to have a nice follow through. If you do this properly, you should get a nice, huge, big tuna tone sound. I'm going to try it one more time. If you're doing the whole thing, this is a good time to place your coin, bend your knees, and toss. The next bow exercise, you do not need your violin, so I'm going to put mine down. You can put yours down as well. The next bow exercise is smiles. This is great for getting really strong tone because we're sinking deep into our string like we're scooping ice cream. So it's just like your bow circles. We're going to go over our shoulder on our imaginary violin, our invisible violin. We're just going to scoop out the bottom of our circle. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll do it from the sides. You can see it that way as well. 1, 2, you can see the scoop. So my hand is making a scoop and the tip of my bow is making a scoop. 9, 10. Great job. All right, only 2 more. The next one is rowboat circles. Try not to hold the tip for this, but if it causes you any discomfort, you can hold the tip. So we're going to start with some forward rowboat circles. So just as if I were rowing in a canoe, I'm going to do a circle in front of my body with my bow staying horizontal. 4, 5, 6. Think about an exotic place you might like to row your canoe to. 8, 9, 10. Then you're going to go backwards because you got to go back home. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one for today, we're going to do a spider. Find your best bow hold. The goal is to climb all the way up to the tip of your boat and back down without losing your bowl hold. At any point, if I say freeze, it should still look like your perfect bowl hold. Also try to avoid touching the horsehair. Okay, let's see who's faster, you or me. Try to race me. I bet you're gonna win. Here we go. Ready, set, go. Try not to drop your bow. Hopefully you're doing this over a carpet, just in case you drop your bow. All right, I reached the frog. Did you get there before me? I bet you did. Okay, see you next time.